Firstly, I have to say it is so amazing to see so many women in one room. So amazing. This is not something I was expecting. I know it's She Shakti, but I wasn't expecting like this much of She Shakti.
Absolutely. We have a fantastic vibe going, and they're all leaders in their own right. So a big round of applause for all of us, I suppose. Kriti Sanon, welcome to She Shakti.
Thank you so much.
You've done so much, and I've been thinking, where should I start this conversation from? But let's start with your first, Love If I May, movies. You've done some big banner films, and you've done some films with very meaningful and serious roles for women. Would you like to do more of that? Do you think there's enough being done to represent women and to represent She Shakti in our films?
I feel like things, from the time I started, I really feel like things have been changing for good. So yeah, a lot more really, really meaty roles have been written for women now. A lot many films led by women are being written. A lot many, as you said, meaningful films and roles and content has been written. So I'm glad I've had the opportunity to do some of them. I always feel as an actor, you can't just be one thing. You have to sort of entertain all kinds of audiences. You have to do all kinds of genres. You have to have fun with the acting part of it and do all kinds of roles. And I've never been someone who wanted to just be put in a box. I don't want to be like, oh, if it's her film, then it must be this kind of a film. I want to surprise the audiences. I want to surprise myself every time I choose something. Also, I kind of can get bored very easily, so I want to every time do something different. So yeah, I think it's always going to be a mixed bag of the films. But with that, I also know the value that I get on the table as an actor. And I know that I'm also very hungry. So even if it's a big banner film, I want to still make a mark. So I need that from the character.
I don't think it's possible to put you in a box. You've experimented and how. The other topic, and you were talking about the gender pay gap, and it's everywhere, including in the film industry. As someone who is in the top rung now, how do you deal with that? How do you try to address that?
Actually, considering all the other industries, I don't understand why the pay parity is there. Because for a certain kind of role, certain kind of job, whether you're a male or a female, it shouldn't matter. And, the pay should be same. In the films, yes, we've been having this conversation for a very, very long time. And trust me, it pinches us more than anyone else. The huge gap in the payment of a male and a female actor. But I feel like it's a circle because I feel that the fee of any actor is sort of related to how many audiences can you pull into the theater on your name on day one. Unfortunately, there are very few films that are, much fewer films, I would say, that are led by women than men. Even if it's a film led by a woman, I feel it's not scaled at the same budget as, a film that is led by a man would be. But that's also because the producers are scared that it's not going to get as much money back. So I think it's a circle where, the female-led films don't end up making as much money as the male-led films. And then it is like, oh, that's why his fee is more and her fee is less. So I feel like it's changing slowly. I like the fact that films working is no longer dependent on male or female. It's dependent on content. When a film led by 3 women crew ended up working and entertaining audiences, it gave me hope. It felt like, okay, when it's a female-led film, it doesn't necessarily have to be a serious subject. You can also have fun. You can also entertain people. You can also, have these big locations and have the budget. And I feel that things will change only when some people, the producers obviously, have the heart to take the risk. Take risk on the subject, not who's leading it. You know, if a female-led film, the only one that comes to my mind, honestly, that, you know, has been at that scale, at that budget, was Gangubai, where, you know, you felt like it was larger than life. It would have been the same looking film if it was a guy leading it. And I felt like, you know, it was high, like, big budget, you know, the shots were taken in a larger than life way. When someone's entering, you know, हम उसको बोलते हैं hero shot. वो hero shot ही बोलते हैं हम उसको, which is like, you know, you make someone look like larger than life. That doesn't happen normally when a female is leading a film like that. So I was very, very happy seeing that okay, at least someone has the guts to put in that much money on a female-led film, and it did well. So I feel like when there are more producers who put in that much money on a female-led film, be confident of the content, you know, and it will get the money back and things will change then. So it's a slow process, but yeah, it's possible.
I think this is a message for filmmakers and producers. Make big bets on women and the audience.
Absolutely.
Yes. Speaking of bets, you've made many yourself. You started off with engineering, then you became an actor, now you're an entrepreneur. What is it that keeps you going? Is it just a risk-taking appetite, or is it because you, like you said, you get bored and you want to do something else?
Yeah, I feel like I want to do something different, something new, you know, keep my sort of that inner child alive who wants to learn something new. I didn't know how to act. I didn't know if I could act. It's something that I've learned on the job. I discovered a passion for it, and I kind of played on it, and I, you know, tried to get better with every film. Same goes for, you know, being an entrepreneur. It started with just being passionate about skincare, not really realizing that I could start a brand. It was just, I was just so obsessed with skincare that I was ordering products left, right, center, and I was hoarding products at home, that too in COVID. And being an engineer, I kind of go so into something when I really, really, you know, like it. So I was like reading ingredients, getting to the science behind it. And then I was also simultaneously finding myself ordering from abroad, you know, and I was like, why? Like, I feel like there's a gap in the market where, why am I supposed to have like one niacinamide serum and then one vitamin C and then one this and one hyaluronic acid? Why can't things that help you in one problem be put in one bottle, you know? Why can't my SPF also hydrate me? Why do I need a moisturizer? So I want to keep life simpler. I like, किसी के पास time नहीं होता है. People want to do like things fast. So this I felt like was a gap where quality and also affordability, you know, especially in India, Indian skin being so different. And I felt like I wanted to create something that I could also use, and that girl living in Patparganj in Delhi could also use.
How many steps does your skincare routine have?
I keep rotating, yeah, honestly. मतलब 5 से ऊपर मैं जा नहीं पाती हूँ, but I keep rotating. There are days when I'm like full enthu and I'm like, आज तो I have so much time and I'll put this and that. And there are times when I'm like really lazy and I'm running late and I would just do 2 steps and run away.
Right. You're doing a great job of it. But how do you see women leading businesses, especially in the beauty space? And there are a lot of very promising brands and entrepreneurs who are being talked about. You are, of course, one of them. And your brand is doing very well. It's crossed, what, 400 crore rupees in just 2 years? So that's fantastic. But this is an interesting space to be in.
Absolutely. And I feel like women have this problem-solving attitude. You know, we see a problem, we find a solution to it. We never look at a problem as just a problem. The moment we see any problem, we're like, isko kaise solve kar sakte hain? You know, we have this attitude, we have this ability, and I feel like that is so important in being an entrepreneur. I feel like you gotta be able to find solutions to any roadblock, to any problem that comes in, and you always have to have the patience and the drive to keep going. And yeah, I'm really, really happy that so many women are actually doing so well in this field, and many more.
Women can also spot a problem, and that's also what you need to be an entrepreneur, because you have to solve something.
And they should be able to take criticism, you know.
Yeah.
It's very important to take feedback in anything. Like I feel in our brand also, when we launched, of course, you can't be perfect all the time. You have to know that you're human. and it's okay. And I love it when someone gives me feedback कि मुझे ना ये नहीं अच्छा लगा. I really, really like it because that's the only way to make your product better. And I feel like, you know, we launched 2 years back. We started with 3 products, and of course we were also a little cautious. There was a serum that we kind of, you know, put some ingredients in, but we didn't increase the percentage because we were scared how would it react to people's skin. And we got so much of feedback after that on our sunscreen, on our serum, and we have actually taken all the feedback, made the product better, and come back with a reformulated product instead of saying कि हमने तो अच्छा बनाया था, आपको समझ में नहीं आया. So I think that's not the attitude. I think it is, you have to be good listeners. Women are also good listeners, I also feel. You have to be good listeners, you have to take feedback, and you have to work on it and get back better. So yeah, probably that's the reason why women are doing well.
Yeah. On the listener part, did you notice the radio silence?
Yeah, good listeners, you know. There's no like chitter chatter happening, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right. No, so you sound like you're pretty hands-on as an entrepreneur, and of course you're doing very well as an actor, and you must have a very good ability to manage time to be able to do both these things fabulously. Is that something that you that you're good at?
Okay, as much as time management is not my strongest point, I would say, but I've realized that when you're really passionate about something, वो time निकल आता है. You know, when otherwise I would be really, really bad at time management. I'm always 15 minutes late. It is like punctually late by 15 minutes. But when it comes to things that I'm really passionate about, I'm there, you know, and I know that. So I feel when it comes to Hyphen and, you know, my acting work, I don't even get to know how I divide the time. It just happens. When I finish my day of shoot, I come back, my group of Hyphen ends up getting messages at like between 11 and 1 at night. So suddenly their phones are like pinging at night because I'm done with my actor's job and now I'm there. I go back home, I see samples of the products that, you know, we want to create. I'm trying that out with my night skincare routine. I give my feedback. If I'm traveling somewhere, I find a way for the products to reach me somehow. Even on a holiday, I have done Zoom calls, product calls, marketing calls. So I think you find a way when you're really passionate about something and you know it's important because it's important to you.
If it makes you feel better, being late can also be a power move. You know, in geopolitics,
No, trust me, I never use it because I always enter the meeting saying sorry.
No,
so
don't say
how
sorry.
is that power
It's a
in
power
any way?
Yes, Vladimir Putin is
Today
famously
I
late
wasn't
to
late, I must
meetings.
say that. Huh? It
Sorry?
wasn't me, guys.
No, you were on time today. Right. You've also invested in property. You've recently invested in one of the most expensive penthouses in Bandra. Kudos to you for doing that. But what does real estate mean to you as a woman? Is it just about security? Is it about independence? Or is it just a lifestyle choice?
Firstly, the news travels so fast. It's not even been a week. Like, seriously.
You're in the business of dash, dash, dash.
Yeah. It really travels fast with like all numbers out and all. And I'm like, ये क्या हो रहा है? अभी तो किया मैंने sign. But yeah, real estate, I feel, you know, it's such a debate. Like people keep telling me, "Arey nahi yaar, in this day and age, investing in a property is not cool. Like the math doesn't, you know, it doesn't calculate well. Staying on rent is better. You should always stay on rent." And honestly, I've been staying on rent since, even though I have a property, but when my parents moved to Mumbai with me, I kind of realized I needed a bigger space. And then I started staying on rent because I was like, yeah, it makes more sense. But sometimes I feel like stability is very important. You know, you need to, like, I like a home being home. I don't like changing my home again and again. Especially with parents, I feel that stability is very important. And for me, buying a house, I actually have a manifestation book, you know, a notebook where I write like what I really want to do, what I want to achieve. It could be different things. It could also be traveling to a particular place or whatever. And I have written there that I want to own a bungalow with a garden where my mom and dad can have chai. Because my mom very long back told me I want to have chai in a garden in a bungalow. Now in Mumbai, honestly, bungalow is very, like, it's impossible. It's like very, very difficult. So yeah, for now, this is a version of the bungalow. At least it has a garden. That was one of my main things, that it needs to have a little bit of a garden, at least for them to sit and have chai. So yeah, it's my dream, which I've tick marked, and I'm proud of it, and I'm happy that it's finally happened.
I think that's fantastic. I think financial independence and stability is what women should aim for, and having a house has a whole different kick.
Whole different feeling to it, and home is home, yeah. It just it needs to feel like home.
The other thing I want you to talk about, Kriti, because you're such a role model, is fitness. And in our society in particular, but women in general tend to not focus on themselves, their time, their physical health, their mental health. You focus on fitness a lot for your roles and otherwise. So what would you want to tell them? Why is this so important?
Firstly, I completely agree with you. I feel like women don't focus on themselves. I feel they put themselves last. It's everyone else first and then them. And this attitude genuinely needs to change, because unless and until you're happy, you're healthy, you're in your best shape, you cannot help or make anyone else's life better. So it's very important, and as you age, it's just equally important to start really giving yourself time, whether it's your body or your mind, whether it's whatever works for you, any form of workout. It could be just a walk, it could be yoga, it could be meditation. That's definitely not a workout, so that's mental health. But pranayam, I feel like every woman should make sure that आप 45 minutes से 1 hour अपने आप को तो दे सकते हो दिन भर में. 24 घंटे में अगर आप 45 minutes to 1 hour अपने लिए निकाल लो, that is the least that you can do for yourself. So it's very, very important. I keep telling my mom also, it's very hard to push her sometimes. And your body is your instrument. If tomorrow some part stops working, it's going to completely change your life. So you have to make sure that you keep all the parts moving. They need to be moving. I keep pushing my mom, and sometimes I become a monitor in the monitor of the house, where I'm like, send me 10,000 steps today, and there was a time she actually used to send me, now she stopped. So yeah, I'm still trying to motivate her and push her to do any form of, like walking. I think we've all stopped walking in general, ghar se car, like it's not like basic stuff, sab machines kar rahi hain. अब तो दिमाग का काम भी machines कर रही हैं, chat GPT आ चुका है. So I feel like we need to start using ourselves more.
Yes, smartphones and smart humans. You mentioned feedback. And in this day and age, with social media, with so much communication and comments, and with your very, very public persona, how do you deal with what happens on social media and the kind of barrage of comments that I'm sure you get, the kind of feedback that you get, good, bad, ugly, all of it? Does it bother you? Does it affect you personally? Or do you say that this comes with the role and, yeah, well, haters will be haters, let's move on?
Yeah, I think the last bit. I don't pay heed at all to comments and what people are saying, because I feel like someone's taking their own life's bhadas on someone else, so I don't really take it seriously. I feel that if I don't know you, am I really going to respond to what you say? If you say something nasty to me, no. So no, I don't. I feel social media, I try and use it for the good part of it, which is I like connecting with my fans. I like connecting with people beyond just films. I also feel that फिल्में एक साल में 2 आती हैं, मतलब शायद ही 3 आ जाए, कभी-कभी एक भी नहीं होती है एक साल में. So it's nice to just have a constant connection with your fans through, the social media platform. But other than that, I feel like no one's really going to remember you for your social media,
But is there pressure to be always perfect? Because these days film stars are clicked everywhere, going into a gym, walking out of a gym, going to a salon, going into an airport. Like,
when it all started, I think, everyone was like, oh, no, if paps are there, I need to be looking perfect. But I think beyond the point, hum log bhi used to ho gaye. So now it doesn't really matter much. Now it's okay. Like you move around like you move around. I think it's very difficult to fake it for very long. And in life you can't. Like we're already doing so much on screen. You're being a completely different person. So if in life also you're a different person, it's It's too much work. Nobody's paying you for that. So I think actually I really like keeping my social media real. I don't ever, so many times, we have our digital team and they'll be like, oh ma'am, this song is trending. And I'm like, but I don't like it. So you have to be very you, I think. Otherwise, everyone's going to end up being the same on social media. People are losing identities, I feel. And that's so important to just be you. I feel I use social media like a tool. For me, it's not a destination at all. I feel I want people to remember me for my work. So that is my main focus. Of course, social media is an added tool where I can connect with them, but no one's going to remember what I post, after like 2 years. So, yeah.
I think that's a very healthy approach and good advice for everyone who is on social media. What advice do you have for young women, especially those who want to break barriers, who want to make a career in films or otherwise? And you've done remarkably well for somebody who was an outsider in an industry which is infamous for being tough on outsiders. You've really, shattered ceilings and how. So what do you want to tell them?
I just feel like it all starts with your why. Why do you want to do what you want to do? You want to be an actor, why do you want to be an actor? So you need to know your why. You need to really be passionate about it, and there is no shortcut. Nothing comes easy. There are no free lunches. You have to work hard towards it. And what is also very, very important is not to give up, because there will be, especially when you don't come from a film background, no one's giving you anything on a platter. There will be so many people telling you why it's too big a dream, why it can't happen, why, contact is needed, connections are needed, or what is wrong with you, you're too short, you're too tall, you're too thin, you're not, in the right shape, whatever. I feel people are going to tell you what's wrong with you. No one's really going to tell you that you can do it other than you. So I feel you really need to be very, very driven, passionate, and patient, because it will come when the time is right, but you have to keep working on yourself. I think that's what's the most important thing. The years that you get before you crack that film, don't feel like, oh my God, it's taking so long. Just have a different approach. Maybe it's taking so long because you need that time to work on you, to get better. So it'll happen when the time is right, I promise you that, but you have to be at it.
Sounds so simple, but so hard to follow. I know we are pressed for time. Quick rapid fire.
Okay. I'll try and be as rapid as I can.
Yes. One thing you can't live without.
My family?
Good.
I can't live without it.
First big purchase you made with your own money.
First big purchase, I think first big one was a car that I bought, which was a second-handed car at that point. Yeah, it was a second-hand car. It was a second-hand car in Mumbai when I was staying alone, and I had my father had also moved back to Delhi, so I needed to drive myself, and so that was the most expensive initial purchase. Uske baad to bahut hui hain, but haan.
Yes. Bollywood colleague you'd trust with your skincare routine.
Oh, whoa, okay. I think I can give a skincare routine to many. But if I have to ask someone, I really want to ask Rekha ma'am what her skincare routine is. I think she is flawless. She just looks too good, and I've seen her in person. Trust me, her skin is amazing. Her neck, we all have these things called tech lines, right? She has none. Her neck is smooth. So I would really want her skincare routine.
Real estate or startups, what excites you more today?
Startups.
One misconception people have about Kriti Sanon.
कि ये तो कुछ भी नहीं खाती होगी, ये तो हमेशा डाइट पे होती होगी. I think a lot of people, when they see me, they're like, "Arey, please, you don't eat anything." No, I'm a full Punjabi. I love food. I live to eat. I don't eat to live. So that's the difference. So yeah.
I don't know how you manage that, but yeah.
She shook
Good
her
for
head
you.
like she doesn't believe me at all. But yeah. I mean, touch wood, I'm blessed with good metabolism, which I know is going to go off with age. But till I can enjoy it, I will.
You should. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being so candid, so forthright,
Thank
and
you.
for inspiring so many people, Kriti.
Thank you so much. Thank you. This was such an amazing audience with so many women and good listeners. इतना silence और इतना applause शायद ही मैंने कभी सुना होगा. Thank you.